Hello, let's do Wordle for Saturday, May 16th. Let's see what Super Saturday starting word we're getting today. We get visit. Okay, visit, doubling up in the I, starting with the V is not great, but the S and T are pretty good. Ooh, we get a V. Nice. Although, getting the V, I'm thinking we're an ER word. Because with the V not going first, there's tons of word that does this. Lover, caver, paver, waiver. We just did waiver the other day, didn't we? Yeah, we just did. Would they do that again? Possibly. Wouldn't put it past them, especially lately. It might be going forth too. We could do something like carve. We could do something like coven as well. That'll test the N and the C without having to use the R. Huh. Do I want to do that? Or woven? Well, let's try coven. Why not? Okay, I think we are an ER word. Darn. Wow, they're doing it again. At least we know what the middle letter is. So we could be lover. Mover. That's possible. Rover. So that's 3 at least. Hover. That's 4. Ooh, you know what would be a good guess is hovel. Because that'll test hover and lover. Okay, it's neither one. All right, so we still have mover, rover. Are those the only two? Gover, I don't think would be a word. Fover, dover, wover. Of course, I am assuming it's an ER word. Is there anything that ends like a Y or something? Anything that does this? I don't think so. All right, I'm going to test mover. Do I want to? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do mover. Okay, it's just mover. Man, going to ER word again. Again. At least I got it in 4. It breaks my streak of getting it in 6, so that's nice. Let's check the bot. All right, 92 skill, 55 luck, 4 average, and the average is, or my 4 steps, the average is 4.7. They're just determined to break people's streaks lately. They're just absolutely 100% determined to make people lose. They haven't gotten me yet, though. All right, visit, 55 skill, 78 luck. Yeah, getting the V was pretty lucky. Of the letters in this word, V is the least likely. Would have had 75 words left. Clasp would have had 702 words left. What does clasp get from mover? Nothing. All right, coven, 76 skill, 48 luck, 8 words left. They would have gone leave. Huh, they really like the double E there. Interesting. I mean, it tests things like curve and carve. Have, there's a few words that have a V fourth. Oh, there's have right there. All right, leave would have had 10 words left. All right, hovel, 99 skill, 21 luck, 4 words left. That's exactly what they would have gone with. What were the 8 words? So it was mover, rover, moved, roved. Okay. And they also have loved in here. So it was really 5 words left, which were mover, rover, lover, hover, hovel. So yeah, hovel tested hover and lover, and then gave me a 50-50 there at the end. All right, then mover, 99 skill, 75 luck, yeah. Technically, I guess a 1 and 4 because they have roved and moved in here, but I'm not going to rant about that again. All right, the bot also would have done it in 4. Clasp, toner, mower, mover. Interesting they go for the W over the V there. Okay, let's see what the final results here are. Oh, man. Man, over 13% losing. Hover, rover, cover, lover, mower, joker, boxer, dover. Oh, dover is a word. It wasn't... I never used a D, I don't think. So I could have technically guessed this, but it must not be in the answer list, which I wouldn't expect it to be, because what's a dover? Or dover? No way. No idea. Foyer. Moker? A lot of M words in here. Motor? Moaner? Okay. Oh, gopher. I think I might have lost on that one when it was gopher. Or I might have gotten it in 6 because I was just randomly guessing stuff. I remember there being some sort of thing with gopher because I was like, what the heck is a gopher? Because that's not how you spell animal. But it was gopher, like if somebody goes out for lunch at work, they're gopher, I guess. I'd never heard the phrase before until I lost or almost lost on that word. I don't remember. Okay, how'd you do? On to custom Wordle sent to me by my YouTube member, Chinook UT. If you're interested in sending me custom Wordles that I will solve on a video, consider signing up for my YouTube memberships at Tier 2 or Tier 3. Tier 2 gets 1 custom Wordle a month, and Tier 2 gets 2 custom Wordles a month. Let's see what starting word we're going to use today. Ooh, we get pizza. All right, pizza. Double Z. You gotta love it, right? All right, let's see what pizza gets us. Gets us nothing, which isn't surprising. Okay. Normally, I try to get a lot of good letters like stone or something like that, but considering it's a custom Wordle, it's probably something a bit more unique than just a regular word, right? So do I want to try that? I mean, even if it has some odd letters in it, it's probably still going to have some common letters in it, right? Let's just try stone. Okay. Okay, we have an O and an E. Are we an ER word? That's the question. We could be an ER word, or we could just do hovel. You know, we could try an L at the end. We could be ending in N. That's possible. Like coven. Could do that. Owner would be a tough one because when you're thinking ER, you generally want to think of consonants in the first spot, but we could be a vowel in the first spot. That would be a tough word. Do I want to try it? Let's see if it's an ER word. Why not? Okay, it's not an ER word. All right. And the E is not going 4th or 5th. With the E going 1st or 2nd, you figure the O has to go 4th or 5th because what starts like this? I can't think of anything. So let's think about this first. What would come after the O? A Y? I don't see anything that does that. What about an L? That doesn't look right. X? I don't see that. Okay. Is there anything that does this? Nothing springing to mind. All right, so what about an E going first? Could we be doubling up on the N? I don't see anything that does that. ELN. Does anything does that? I don't see anything. Of course, this could be a word that I just don't know. I mean, obviously, when people submit words, they tend to submit tough words, so I might be enough for a lot of thinking. Maybe a lot of guessing. EUN. That looks weird, right? You and go. Doesn't seem like a word, right? All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I'm starting to think that there's only one option left because I can't think of anything. Oh, could we be doing N-O? Oh, N-O-O at the end. We doubling up on the O? Or would the E? I mean, the E would have to go 1st and 2nd. I'm not seeing anything like that. What would do this? Nothing that I'm aware of. What about this? That doesn't seem right either. Huh. I can't think of anything. Are we starting with a Y? Like, would anything do this? That doesn't seem right. What about blank E-N-O-D? Oh, M. Venom! Ooh, it could be Venom. Please be Venom? Oh, no, it's not Venom. Okay, well, at least we placed the letters. Man, I was so excited there for a second. All right. So there's obviously was more than one option left. Starting with the V, ending in an M. That's a tough word. Has that been the regular Wordle answer yet? Not that I remember, but that doesn't mean anything. I forget the answers 5 minutes after it happens, so. You know what I haven't really considered is starting and ending with the same letter. Is there anything that does that? Lenol. That doesn't seem right. All right, let's just go through the letters. Now that we've placed the E and the O, let's just try to see if anything looks right. D-E-N-O. Dental, no. Denoy. Denox. Denob. Nothing looks right there. I'm not seeing that. Okay, what about an F? I don't really see an F. G? Genoy? Genoc? Genol? Genob? Yeah, I'm not seeing that. H-E-N-O. That doesn't look right. J? Genoy. I don't see J. K-E-N-O. Don't see that. L-E-N-O. I kind of already looked at this, but let's look at it again. Y? No. Lennox? Like Lennox Lewis? Is that how he spelled his name? I mean, obviously it's a name, not a word. Is there anything with an X? Zeno. Zenoi. Zenol. I don't see that. C-E-N-O. Senol. Senoi. Senoff. I have no idea what this word is. What about B? This is a tough one. Benoit. I keep coming back to Y because it's just one of the letters that makes sense at the end. You know. Most of these other ones don't seem to make sense. Maybe an L. Maybe an L. Benol. That doesn't seem like a word. I've kind of gone through every letter. Well, you know, I didn't try another vowel. Is there anything that starts double E? Enox? Enox. Is that a word? Do I try it? No, it's not on the word list. Okay, good. I was a little worried there that I would actually accept that for a second. U-E-N-O? That seems weird. I can't see that being a thing. Oh, you know, I haven't really looked at the N being in other spots. N at the beginning doesn't quite look right. What about at the end? Lenon, Denon, Yenon, Genon, Henon, Genon, Kenon, Senon, Benon. None of those seem right. Do I know this word? Have I heard this word? We're not possibly ending in an H, are we? I don't see that. What about D? F, G, H? I just looked at H. J? Seriously doubt it. K. L looks like it could be a word. That's just one of those letters that likes to come at the end. But I don't see anything off the top of my head. X, C, B, N, Y, U, possibly? That doesn't look right. Double O, I've looked at that a couple of times, but I just don't see anything. I'm not seeing whatever this word is. I guess I'm going to have to just start entering things, because I don't know what else to do. Is Benol a word? No, it isn't. What about Benix? Benoy, is that a word? No, it isn't. Benod, Benoff. I guess we're just guessing things. J, no. K, no. L, no. X, no. C, no. B, no. N, no. All right. Let's try L. E. Y. Oh man, this is gonna take forever. L, K, J, H, no, G, F, D, X, C, no, not V, B, N. All right, we've tried everything with L at the beginning, I think. Yeah, let's try it. So it's not L at the beginning. D, Denox, Denid, Denuf, Denoy, Denu, Denu with an O at the end. No. Denel, Denick. I have no idea what this word is. Denod, Denox, Denoc, Denob, Denon. Alright, I've tried everything with a D at the beginning. I haven't really tried the Q, but without the U, the Q doesn't make any sense. I'm assuming this is a real word. Phoenix, Phenoi. No. Fennel. No. Genix. Genoi. Genel. Oh, L. Okay. I'm just kind of trying the, at this point, the common letters at the end. The ones that make the most sense to me. I don't want to go through every single one. Would Henoi be a word? No. Henix. No. Denog. You're removing the eggnog from things. I guess maybe let's try the Q, because I can't think of anything else. I mean, the Q normally would have to have a U after it. I would think it would almost be guaranteed to have a U after it, but with these custom Wordles, I guess you never know. Let's try Y at the beginning. Yunok. Yunoi. You know we. O, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, N, B, C, X. Okay. I have no idea what's happening here. Did I try the Y at the end as well? No. All right. J, Janu, Janoe, Janoi, Janox, Janob, Janod. Is Xenox a word? No. I'm going to try everything with an X. L, K, J, H, G, F, D, X, C, B, N. Xenon? What is Xenon? That took so long. That was such a hard word. That was such a hard word. Now that I think about it, it looks vaguely familiar, but what is that word? What is xenon? Xenon definition. Xenon is a dense, colorless, odorless, noble gas. Oh, it's a literal element. I don't remember that. I don't remember the periodic table whatsoever. I really don't. I'm not great when it comes to the periodic table. Okay. That's a tough word. That's a tough word. Wow. Wow. That took me forever. My recording's like 24 minutes right now. All right. Thanks to Chinook UT for submitting the puzzle. And again, if you're interested in that sort of thing, considering signing up for my YouTube memberships and see me struggle to solve your custom Wordle. On to Don't Wordle. Today, I'm going to try my Wordle starting word. I'm going to go with visit. It's not normally what we start with in Don't Wordle, but yeah, let's try it. Why not? Okay, we get an S, unfortunately. We're probably starting with an S, but there's tons of things that start with S's, so we might not be too bad at the moment. I don't want to start with the S just yet. What could we do with the S towards the end? And I don't want to use multiple S's right now because that would force basically that would force us to know where it's at, and we'd have to use it in that spot, where if I only use one, I can maybe have a little leeway in the following words after that. So what has an S that maybe doubles up on some other letters? I mean, I could go jujus. That's what I used the other day, but no, I can't do that. Oh no, jujus. We could do jujus. Yeah, I could do that. Although this does remove the possibility of using plural words later, but I'm going to try it anyway. Why not? Okay, we definitely don't have the S last, so we're probably the S first. Not necessarily, though. We could be like brisk. No, well, not brisk, because we don't have an I, but something like that with the S fourth. Or SH, maybe we're ending in. Possible. Clash, that's possible. I mean, we could get risky and just try like an ER word. Do I want to? Let's... Oh, I've already guessed. Actually, no. The S doesn't go in the third spot. That's right. So if it was an ER word, it'd almost certainly be coming with the S first. Is there any way we can repeat some uncommon letters? Spaz? We could try spaz. Okay, the S is definitely going first. We still have 3 guesses, but there's so many words that start with S. So I'm not overly worried at the moment. We just got to play it smart. I want to repeat as many letters as I can. Is this how you spell shoal? Like in the water, a shoal? I don't think so. I think it's O-A-L, maybe. Yeah, that's not a word. Okay. We could do swell. We could double up on the L. Let's try swell. Okay, we have an E. Could be an ER word. Maybe. What ER words would we have left? Maybe we could double up on the E? I mean, we could try semen. Let's try semen. Okay, there's 8 words left. I have no idea what it is. So let's try something else. Let's try... Is there anything we can try that's a word in the accepted list but not in the answer list? The problem is I don't know a ton of words other than the obvious ones like xylol and pizzazz and stuff like that that are in the... Actually, is pizzazz in the answer list? I'm not sure. Anyway, you know those words. Xylol, kayak, all those words that we usually start with. Is there anything like that? I don't really know the ones other than those really obvious ones that we use all the time. Scoff, like you scoff at something? Is that how that's spelled? It just could be the answer. Do we want to risk it? Let's risk it. All right, that's... Oh, I need an E. That's right. I need an E and an N. What am I doing? We're probably ending in N or an E like this. Like shown or something like that. Score. That's a very obvious word. Scone. Would it accept Soxy? I don't know. Let's just try random things like that to see if it accepts it, you know? Oh, I need an N. What about Sony? No. Sonin. No. Oh, no, it doesn't end in N. That's right. Sonce. Sonce is a word? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I win again. No undo. Second day in a row. What were the three answers left? Shown, Snoke, Snore. Okay, I didn't think of those. Snoke's a good one. I wonder if Snoke is in the answer list. What were the 8 words left after the 5th guess there? Scone, shown, Snoke, snore, sonce, which I have no idea what it is. Sonde, sond, I have no idea what that is. Sunny? No idea what that is. Sonce? No idea what that is. All right, I need to remember some of these. I need to really remember some of these. Okay, well, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.